just wanted to take a chance to show you a little bit what it's like in the online community that we have at Collective Care. This is our online community space. It's run by Mighty Networks, and it is an alternative to Facebook groups, basically, where it should be pretty easy to navigate with a few more options, and you don't have to. I know for me with my ADHD, if I go into Facebook, like I just get lost. It is so hard to stay focused. And with this, it's a lot easier to focus in and feel like I have this like nice self-care space for myself and I'm not pulled by all these other things that might be going on. Um, I have a whole bunch of different chat sections set up right now that you'll see on the left, and I will probably organize them under categories so it doesn't feel too overwhelming. But for my ADHD brain, it felt really exciting to have all the options there. You can talk in a general feed, um, back and forth, or do messages to each other, which is up here in this corner, the top right, the little message button. Um, and if you pick one of the chat sections, like I did here, the self-trust, compassion, and curiosity, I've already added a few things in here. Like this one is a video with my consent and closeness matrix and talking about how do we apply that both to ourselves and our community. And then in several of these, I have a few things going. The more than the sum of its parts is kind of how to explore this internet connectedness that comes just from being yourself and being in community. So that often happens like at concerts, right? Where you know that you are fully immersed in this amazing experience and really connected with yourself and resonating with that. And at the same time, you feel so connected to those around you, even if you don't know them. And so what does that look like kind of on this grand, like spiritual scale? And so I have a few videos. Here's one you can look at with the Skittles. And here's one that I drew with some of my ideas about what that might look like. And I would love to hear yours, and any experiences you've had, where you felt like something larger than yourself. I think for those of us that need a lot of introvert space, this feels like a really nice way to feel interconnected, without being overwhelmed by lots of social interaction. I know for me, even like playing games is easier because I have a lot of space to think about the game I'm playing and be in my inner world and my thoughts and then interact when I want to. And there's less just back and forth kind of interaction in a social setting kind of thing. So you may also have similar preferences about how you interact. And I would like to be able to accommodate all of those here as much as we can and to be able to specify them and know them and identify them for ourselves, be able to ask for them. One of the other section is Neurospoony Love, which I haven't added to yet, but I have lots of ideas. And personality quiz corners, I have one that is one of my favorites that I've put in here about earth healing archetypes. I have my self-trust mini masterclass in here for you, and I will be adding access to my self-trust course at some point, and we can do that more specifically in our community spaces live, if that's something you're interested in. There's journal space, which I haven't added to yet, but this space is for anything goes. As long as it's not like a mental health crisis that we need to address in the moment, like that understanding, it's just here for whatever you need to vent, with the understanding that we're holding it in context for you. I know as an ex-evangelical, I never felt like I could even just fully express myself in my journal because it might be read someday. And I would like to create space where you can just say whatever you need to say and know that you matter and you're heard. There's space for fun finds, any sort of fun songs, books, shows, clips, etc. that you found that you want to share, figuring out needs that we have and what we gravitate towards as far as medicine, in the world, like laughter, grief, music, nature, animals, dancing, etc. Social change is going to be the place where we can talk about what's happening in our country and in the world and how to hold ourselves in care in that and be change makers. And we just need to be considerate of each other in that if we share very specific political things. But I will be talking about Christofascism and things like that in here. So, I just want you to be aware of that. And ideally, I want this whole space to be a space of growth and care, not a space of debate. I know a lot of people really like that kind of interaction, but this is more for support and collaboration and curiosity rather than debate. Bringing us to our emotional soul body level, not just having our thoughts ping back and forth in debates, using our thoughts for curiosity and exploration and brainstorming of what's possible. So please, if you have a possibility brain, if you love that idea, please come join us. I really want this to be a think tank as well as a supportive area for how we can be and create collective care for ourselves and then spread that out to the world. All right, please let me know if you have any questions. As I mentioned, there's a general feed which shares everything, resources that we will put in here. And then if you want to message someone in particular, then that will be over here. And then you have a bio you can fill out at the beginning. And I think that's it for now. We'll have at least 2 Zoom sessions a month for around the full moon and the new moon for kind of grieving and composting and releasing, and then another one for new possibilities and creativity and space for that. So I hope you will join us here. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'm still working on getting my FAQ page up on the landing page, but I welcome any emails or text or phone calls. And you can find all my contact information and information about collective care at katherinequeering.com/collective care. Hope to see you here.